One last bite here with a ginormous lobster from the fertile waters of the East Coast. Probably caught up in Maine somewhere. Got him from James Hook down in Boston, right on the water. We're gonna put him in the pot, let him sit there for about 40 to 45 minutes. I think he's about 13 pounds. And then we're gonna make some lobster rolls. Kind of a hybrid of a Maine style, which is butter, but we're gonna throw in some roasted bone marrow, drizzle it on the top on some toasted flat buns. All right, he's going in. All right, so Larry the lobster is going in. Unfortunately, no one paid his bell, and he is going to his last big sleep. All right, see you guys later. Ready to take the roasted bone marrow off the grill. As you can see, it's bubbling up very nicely. We're gonna mix that with some Tillamook butter and make a little drizzle for the lobster. It's a little hybrid of traditional, like I said, Maine style and Texas style. So a little surf and turf, if you might. All right, let's do it. All right, my lovely assistant Pauline is gonna carry these bad boys in. Unfortunately, Ed didn't show up. He's usually the guy that does all the muscle shit. But Pauline is gonna fill in. She's been working out over at the Planet. All right, let's take it inside, guys. We're gonna take the roasted bone marrow, we're gonna scoop it out and put it in with the Tillamook butter. I don't know why all those dogs have been circling the front of my house, but I think this might have something to do with it. That, my friends, is what they call God's butter. And if you like, you could do a quick Google on the legend of how that became God's butter. Little Greek mythology. These are some femur bones off of some pasture-raised cattle here local in Texas. All right, stir that up. We don't want the God's butter to overpower the lobster, so we're just going to do a light drizzle on top of it as it's in that nicely toasted bun. All right, and we'll just let that sit while the lobster cooks. We got about a 40-minute time delay. I'm going to take a little taste. I must say, that is going to be one damn good last bite. That is what you call decadence on steroids. Tillamook butter and Femur pasture-raised Texas beef. Doesn't get any better than that. All right, we're back out here with one last bite. We're getting ready to pull Larry the lobster out of the pot. It's very hot. It actually smells like the ocean in there. And there he is. He's coming out of the pot. We're gonna take him inside, quarter him up, and make some Texas hybrid Maine lobster rolls. All right.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that's crazy.
All right, let's get him out onto the table.
Even now today he was still alive? Yeah.
Yes, he was alive up until he took his last swim. All for one last bite for you guys to enjoy. And hopefully he's gonna taste as good as I believe he will. I think he's around 12 to 13 pounds is what they said. Let's see if we can just, there we go, look at that. I don't think we need him right now. We'll use him last.
Have you cooked a bigger lobster than this or no?
Yeah, one time I had a lobster, I held him by his claws about right here and his tail actually hit the ground. I forget how much he weighed, but Carol's little Pekingese ran in fear of its life that day. Probably developed a phobia against crustaceans. It's gonna be pretty dang hot, so I'm gonna... That right there is what you call the tamale, that green stuff there. I actually like to take that and mix it in with some butter for my omelets. There's his cavity. Some nice more tamale in there if you can see in there. These legs here are gonna have some good meat. Ooh, hold on now. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Hold on, I can't waste that. I gotta get that into a little bowl.
Wait, what is that?
I call it tamale. I'm not sure what the scientific, biological part of the animal is, but
I know.
sorry about that, Miguel. You've gotten attacked by my dog And now Larry juiced you. Larry did not mean to do that to you. He apologizes. Actually, I think I'm gonna need something a little stiffer than that. Mallet from Thailand for a cool. God dang.
Need a sledgehammer?
I need something. All right, hold on a second. Where I wanted to. Obviously, I'm gonna need to invest in whatever tools these guys use up in the Northwest for these big boys. God dang. This is crazy. Yeah, I got an axe out here. Come on, let's take it outside for a second. Well, no, this sucker's freaking heavy as shit.
Just slam that big ass weight on it.
There, I heard it pop.
God dang. Larry's a little hesitant to come out of his shell.
Oh, that's better.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. All right, let's take him outside and put the 35-pound dumbbell to him. All right, I'm gonna have to manhandle this in there. This, I believe, is the crusher claw. Look at the thickness on that. Can you imagine being skinny dipping out in the coast of Maine, and the next thing you know, well, you're not a dude any longer. Yeah, you can, yeah, because I'm gonna do the buns. Whew. And god dang, I ain't going down that way. This knife is super sharp. Let's see if I can't find this little plate in here. Oh my gosh. That meat is so good. Here, we're basting these split top buns with some Tillamook butter and some roasted bone marrow to give it just that extra oomph. All right, so what you're gonna do is get you one of these rolls, open it up like that, just put it on your plate, and then we will scoop a little bit of this lobster meat in for you. Thanks to James Hook for the lobster from Maine, and American Airlines for letting him fly with us, the friendly skies. Till we see you again next time, we believe we may do an alligator next. Barbecued, Louisiana style. Stay tuned.